Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my first place Rikka deck profile that I took to my local tournament. I guess it wasn't really a locals, it was just a tournament hosted on my Discord. If you are interested in playing that, it's a remote duel tournament. We're probably going to be doing one sometime next month, so I would highly recommend that you join that server. But anyways, I took first place. I went 6-0, so I won all the rounds of Swiss and all the rounds of Top Cut. It was actually insane. This deck performed way better than I expected. But obviously I didn't play against like super meta decks. I didn't play against like any Dragon Link, but I think that the deck does have a decent chance this format. It is rogue at best though, so I will just put a little disclaimer for that. But if you are interested in seeing the combos for this deck profile, I'm going to be posting a video in the next like 2 days or so with a more in-depth, but I'm just going to be trying to show basically the entire deck profile. I'm not going to really go too in-depth with anything. So we have 3 copies of Petal, 3 Lone Fire, 1 1-for-1, 3 Glamour. So these 10 cards I've decided on to go basically just for consistency to search for the Rikka Petal. So that's really what those all are. And while we're on Rikka Spells and Traps, we play a copy of Rikka Sheet. So Rikka Sheet's like Widow Anchor, which we can search with Mudan to search for either Sheet or Glamour. Obviously, 1 copy of Archer. This card's insane. Just being able to summon it like turn 3 or 4, just flood your field with cards is insane. 2 copies of Snowdrop, just to modulate levels. 1 Permulo, 1 Carrot Weight. We've decided on this because there's a specific combo that gets you Strenna, turn 3 and 4. Then we have 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 3 copies of Gamma, and 1 copy of Driver. These are basically just hand traps. Nothing to say about those. Really good cards. Gamma is also insane with this deck because you're playing a lot of spells that can get ashed, and then you can chain Gamma too. 1 copy of Super Poly, 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity, and 2 copies of Fury. These can also be ashed, which help with the Gamma. Super Poly is the one-of that you play because we play Verte with some fusions in the extra deck. For trap cards, we have Torrentials, obviously, to search off of the Furies. And then for the rest of the trap cards, we're playing 2 Ice Dragon's Prison, 2 Rivalry of Warlords, and 3 copies of Strike. I don't know if these ratios were fantastic. I think in hindsight, Rivalry is a really bad option. I would cut it in the future. For the extra deck, we are playing 3 copies of Teardrop, 2 copies of Strenna, 1 copy of Kenzashi. I've decided on this 3-2-1 ratio, but I think in the future I'm going to be cutting a copy of Teardrop for anything else. Just something like another utility in the extra deck. The third one never came up. The 2 copies of Strenna were fantastic, though. I would not change that. And the Kenzashi is mandatory as well, I would think. For utility cards, we play Alcai, Sacred Tree Beast, the Vampire Dude, and Fairy Knight Ingunar. This overperformed in some situations. This was okay. This won me games, obviously, but like at that point I was already winning, so it didn't matter. And Alcai was honestly like fantastic. I would not change her at all, or I guess it's him. I don't know. For links, we're playing Jasmine and Verte. The fusions that we summon off of Verte are Triovertium and Chimera Flasia. So both of these you can make with Verte just by fusing the Verte and anything else on their field. And then with a Triovertium, if they already have a dark monster, you can change one of their other monsters to a dark. This and then 2 darks makes 3, so you have 3 darks on the field. Jasmine was a terrible card. I'm going to be cutting this in future builds because this is not a combo version of the deck, and it was just honestly a terrible card. Last card we're playing in the extra deck is 1 copy of Omega. Then moving on into the side deck, we are playing 3 copies of Evenly Match, which actually did really well. These were a really fantastic card. 1 Raigeki, 1 Pinkertops, 1 Feather Duster for the one-ofs. I guess Cosmic Cyclone is also technically a one-of. And we're playing 2 copies of Twin Twisters. The only reason I actually played this instead of like 3 Cosmic or 3 Twin was because these are ultis. That's really it. That's honestly it. I guess like if you want to see more in like an actual practical reason of playing this, if you're playing against Mystic Mind, Prohibition is a card if they call, you know, Cosmic Cyclone. You're only playing 1, so like it's whatever. And then you just draw out the twins, or vice versa. If they call Twin Twister, you have the Cosmic Cyclone to draw into as well. That is a practical reason, but it is not, it didn't ever come up. It probably won't ever come up. 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More and 3 copies of Solemn Judgment round off the side deck. The idea with the Dark Ruler No More is that if you play against Dragoon, you can just negate the Dragoon and then you just tribute it with Teardrop. That's the idea, because the deck kind of has a hard time dealing with Dragoon by itself. 3 copies of Judgment was just if I decide to go first, I don't want my back row to get hit with Feather Duster, or, you know, you can hit their normal summon, which is also a really fantastic choice as well. Overall, I really enjoy this deck. I think that it was very fun, and if you are interested in seeing that little combo tutorial, I would highly recommend that you subscribe, and I'll be posting those in a day or 2. Thanks for watching.